I need one more ice.
And you don't get to sign a contract because your contract is our marriage certificate. Episode of Jed Adventures. Lovely Gia with us here again and making another appearance from the last Stranger Things review that we had a long time ago from the very first Stranger Things and is my wonderful wife Mercedes. Say
hi.
So today we are going to do the review of the Justice League trailer, the one dropped at San Diego Comic-Con. Super excited. DC has definitely had a rocky road that they have been on.
Not the ice cream kind.
I don't know if y'all heard rum raisin. You know? I don't know if y'all heard, but the whole Ben Affleck up and down thing. He came out earlier in the weekend that he was gonna no longer be Batman, and that was devastating to me because I like him. I like him as Batman. When my wife gave me the news, I was like, no, don't, no, oh no, like that.
Oh no.
Exactly. Did you know that?
Yeah, told me.
Did he almost? But how did you feel? Didn't care. All right.
I don't like Ben Affleck.
Why?
Oh, cheating on my girl Jennifer.
Oh, see, he can't mix pleasure with work. And he shut everyone up and he said, I don't know where y'all heard that from, but this is the most, and I quote, this is one of the most badass roles that I've played. There's no way I'm letting this go. That pretty much sums up what he said. And we're excited because we have his trilogy coming up and we have a lot of different things. Also another big thing that I know I'm rambling on before the trailer, but these are things that, the Flash movie was pretty much said that it's going to be Flashpoint. And Flashpoint is huge because it brings in alternate universes and it brings in a little bit more involvement of Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne and all that going on. Not the Wayne's brothers, but the other Wayne family.
And Wayne dad being the Batman.
Yeah, and the first thing that comes to mind is, are we gonna have Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman? So you got him as Negan.
What?
Yeah. Because if you saw BVS, which you didn't, the character who plays Batman's dad in the whole dramatic scene is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So Flashpoint is going back, and Flashpoint it examines an alternate universe where where Bruce Wayne dies instead of his parents, and Thomas Wayne becomes Batman.
Which is
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which is huge. I would like to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as a Batman, man. So never mind all that. Straight to the trailer. We open up with our gal, coming on with strongly invading a bank heist or whatever the heck's going on. She's looking good. She's not pregnant anymore, so that's a plus. Yeah, so so maybe not a bank heist, thanks guys. But I don't know what's going on.
Very high security.
Yeah.
What do they want with these little girls? What's going on?
Oh my god.
What's going on? Then straight out. What's up? Good thing our gal is there to save the day. Give it that.
Hair flipping.
She sure loves to sweep the leg.
Yeah.
That's all we got in all the other previews of Wonder Woman, which was a very good movie. Have you seen Wonder Woman? No. Okay.
I was with you.
Yeah.
Just give her some credit.
Wonder Woman was a very good movie.
Wonder Woman is my aspiration in life.
Really? Because I feel like she could have been a stronger female character.
Oh, don't start with me, man.
No, it was a good movie. I love how it took the time to go through her character and her origin, and we have a better understanding of Wonder Woman. For those of the people who didn't know much about Wonder Woman, we have a better understanding. We see, we got used to her accent. We got used to
her accent is dreamy.
Her upbringing, how she fits in with this universe, and how she winded up here. And don't get me started on them killing whatchamacallit, what's his name? The guy
Ares?
No, not Ares.
I'm done.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, her
Oh, like other hot guy.
the other
Ares
hot
is
guy.
not hot.
No, not
hot.
Ares.
Oh.
She got a thing for hairlines.
I forgot his name.
Wow.
I went
really?
blank, and that's like one of my favorite comic books. Anyway, it'll come back to me later. Steve Trevor.
Ah.
Steve Trevor. You heard it here first, guys. Me remembering. Steve
It's
Trevor.
very rare.
I hate that they killed him off, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, we got Wonder Woman hair flipping at the beginning of the trailer. We got a lot of different things going on. We got this old man hitting on her. He's like, "What'd you do this weekend?" "More than you." You know, that kind of feel. There's a lot going on, and I don't know if y'all caught it, but on the there's a screenshot, not a screenshot. There's a pan over of the city, and you see the Superman symbol on the side of one of the buildings, and that's huge because it's supposedly happening after the events of BVS.
It sounded like it was very much soon after he died.
People were.
Because it was still in mourning. There was still
Yeah.
newspapers coming
People
out.
are still trying to get over the death of Superman, which is kind of weird because everyone was torn between the two of this guy is, Satan, and this guy is, he's not from God, he, false God, that kind of thing. And now they care?
After he's dead.
Yeah, way to go, people. But yeah, I did notice that it's the newspaper, A World Without Hope, all that's going on.
It sounded
and
like Batman had been out of the game for a little bit.
a little bit.
For him.
So one of my questions is I'm curious as to how long after or where does this fit in the timeline of obviously Wonder Woman's out of the question because that was an origin story, so that's before anything. But where does this take place? Does this take place a couple months after? Is the city really that shattered that Superman is dead that it's taking long to mourn, or is it right after? No break in between. It's bam, 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 bam. We have some amazing visual effects. We mentioned that in the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Go check it out. That DC's visual effects are really, really great. Obviously, most of the DC movies have a more darker tone to them. That's the reason given for most people who choose DC over Marvel. The more real feel to the movies, and this one isn't going to fall short of that. I'm pretty sure it's going to live up to what's been going on. Thoughts so far?
Very Renaissance.
Thoughts so far of the whole trailer thing? Both y'all guys? Right. So there's we get the Batman on top of we get the Dark Knight on top of the building, cowl and all flailing in the wind. We have a lot. We have the amazing shot of him standing over the city of Gotham and looking over. Really some great imagery. We have Ben Affleck. What? Another question that I caught as I saw Ben Affleck more in the trailer is how old is Batman?
Yeah.
True.
How old is he, and where do they plan to go with this? Because eventually they're gonna run into the same problem that all movies run into that go for so long, or even I see Marvel run into problems pretty soon too. Is the actors getting older? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna rush production of a bunch of different movies, kind of like they did in Harry Potter? I don't know if y'all knew that, but in Harry Potter, they were getting old too fast. So they shot movies, like just every movie, the sequel after the sequel after the sequel. They didn't release them all like that, but they shot it right after. Right after they got on to the next one, got on to the next one, got on to the next one. So I wonder if that's what they're going to do with,
But with these movies, it's different because you have different stories for different characters. It's not just like all one.
It's not all congruent. You have a lot of different alleyways that you can go through with all these DC characters. And then Flashpoint's going to introduce other universes. So that's a huge thing that's going on too. We have the shot in the trailer of not Athena. Wonder Woman's home. I can't think of
I
the.
can't either.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want to say Athens? Like Greece? I don't know. For some reason I want to say Athens, Greece. We have it going on. We see the cube. We see a lot of action going on. It seems like the Amazonians are gonna have a role to play.
I honestly didn't
in
think
this
we'd
movie.
see them
Me
again
neither.
after the Wonder Woman.
Amazonians.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't
Because
know.
she can't go back.
Yeah, that's another question that pops up in my mind. Like, so does she see him again? Does she not see him again?
after
Are they
all that-
going through their own war there?
But after all of that, I mean, do you think maybe they were killed or?
Because
or
what if?
she was like her mom was killed?
Because what if Steppenwolf shows up? Steppenwolf is the villain. That's the guy with the horns that you see that comes down after you see the boxing going on. So, what if Steppenwolf tears apart her homeland and then goes for Earth? What is that a possibility?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what happens? What's going on? Is it going to set it up for another Wonder Woman movie, which I heard is a for sure thing now.
Yeah.
They came out with that recently too, that we are for sure going to get a Wonder Woman sequel. That's pretty big. Steppenwolf also, Aquaman, Jason Momoa, you my dude. He is looking really good. Everything from the tattoos, not like that. Everything he made me cross my legs. I was like, oh. I love Jason. No, they did a really good job, and I said this on one of the early reviews on the Justice League trailer. I was afraid on how they were gonna remodel and remold Aquaman, because in the comic book he's always been known to be, one of the lower characters, and they always made fun of, man, if you're over here, I'd do something about it, and then he's in the sea and you can't get on the land. But obviously it's Family Guy, if you obviously it's a reference to that. But everything from the tattoos to the beard to the scars to his armor that he wears, it looks great. It honestly, and it definitely, they gave that darker shade to the character to relate to the whole feel of the DC universe, cinematic universe that they have going on. I still don't care for Cyborg's the way he looks. I understand CGI has come a long way. It doesn't look terrible. I just don't think that we have that kind of capability to make Cyborg like we want to. It's a give and take thing, because I feel like they could have used props. They could have used some props to make it look a little bit more earthy. I know someone commented, about the way we commented, me and Edward, on Cyborg, looking that it looked good. And I'm not saying it looks bad. All I'm saying is I feel like it could look better. It's
always room for improvement.
Yeah, there really is, and and who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with the character. I'm not a fan of Cyborg. Maybe I'm a little biased on that too. So, what's going on in this? We have the Flash breaking through glass with his finger. The thing every time it shows the Flash and you see that, like, you see the Speed Force. I know you don't know about the Speed Force, but the Speed Force, she knows a little bit about the Speed Force. I got excited to turn this. I was like, you don't know this way.
Sorry, Jim.
The Speed Force is gonna be so great. Did you just eat popcorn? She's sneaking popcorn over here.
You know what?
So we have the Speed Force going on, and it's huge. And then it got even bigger when you gave me news. She's been keeping up with the San Diego Comic-Con stuff more than I have, but she gave me news of the Flash with his own movie, and Edward actually gave me news of Flashpoint going on, and
so Speed Force.
you're gonna see more of the Speed Force, and it's all kind of molding together without really molding together. For me, I'm finding out these things and I'm connecting these things, and it's really fun. It's really fun because we get to see the universe kind of coming together.
Sweet.
we have that shot of parademons, and I don't know if y'all know, but Steppenwolf ties into Darkseid. Steppenwolf ties into Apocalypse. So, and alternate universes are another possibility. It's more than a possibility now with Flashpoint coming up, and it's just great. This movie is, the crazy thing is, this movie is huge in itself, but this movie, I feel, is a stepping stone to something even larger.
Yeah, and I mean, with everything that DC has been going through, especially with Ben Affleck and not writing and then not producing and all of that jazz, I think, Wonder Woman was a good movie, it was an awesome movie, and this was just kind of prolong what DC can do and all the stories and all the characters.
I get the feel that they've been kind of under the radar lately, with the overpowerment of all the Marvel movies coming out.
Yeah.
Marvel has so much going on, and they're like, here's a talking raccoon, here's a talking tree. There's just so much.
A talking Hulk.
A talking Hulk, which is, hey, easy there. But it just seems like Marvel has this huge thing going on, and DC is under the radar. And I know Suicide Squad wasn't liked too much, which was weird because I loved it. I love the feel that it gave, and not many people did, which I can kind of see, I can understand where it's coming. Did you like Suicide Squad? Well, look at that.
I didn't watch it because I heard it wasn't good, right?
Wow.
Oh
Okay. So, and it's just, Marvel has a lot going on, and I feel like DC has been under the radar, but when they come out with their movies, like Wonder Woman, it hit hard, and it was a really great movie. Again, it's just DC. They've had a rocky road, but I feel like as far as picking up the pieces, they are definitely starting to put all the pieces back together, and creating that universe coming together. Any of the shots that I see with the characters together, it's just great.
It's like fierce.
Yeah, it is. It really is, and you have so much work put into this, and so many different movies, and I feel like I give in this form, I give Marvel. I have a little bit more sentiment with the Marvel movies, just because so many of their movies have worked to come together to create Infinity War.
Yeah.
And with DC, let's face it, we haven't seen Cyborg on screen really. We haven't seen Flash. We haven't had our own Batman movie, really. We had BVS, which was still good, but it drags away sentiment from the whole team. We did get a Wonder Woman movie, which is great. We did get a Superman movie, but Superman isn't in this movie.
That we know of.
That we know of.
And also because, like, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, other characters are in other people's movies, and so it's kind of like them working together, and then them working together, and then they all come together again. And
they all come together, which is why as I was saying, I think I get a little bit more sentiment to.
Like it's more of like a family.
Yeah,
team.
it's like, hey, all this has been in the workings, and now we get to see what it built up to. But which drives me back to what I just said earlier, how this is a stepping stone. For them, it doesn't feel like this huge movie that we've been building up to. To the DC universe, I think Justice League is a stepping stone. It doesn't feel like they've.
I mean, anytime you have so many characters and so many heroes come together, it's just bound to be a good movie or a good scene, or
and then make it a bigger
show.
Yeah, for sure. It's confusing in my head because I want to give feeling to these characters, and I just don't have the background to.
Yeah, the only thing you do have is like comic books, but
it's
a different type of.
I can get into it.
Yeah.
I can get into it, but I can understand how someone who doesn't read the comic books and who doesn't know much, they cannot care for it. Well, I mean her too, but like they cannot care for it as much as Infinity War. I can totally see people more psyched for Infinity War over Justice League, just because of the groundwork that's been laid for Infinity War. So I think that's definitely gonna hurt Justice League. But
we're gonna watch it.
But I mean, we're still gonna watch it.
It's not like they're coming out at the same time or anything.
But as far as like, initial people watching,
Yeah.
and that first week of.
But Wonder Woman really did give a good, show, I guess, of what you can see and what DC can do.
And that's exactly my point. That's Wonder Woman did a great job. How much more would this movie mean if we had a Ben Affleck standalone movie before this? If we had even Cyborg appear somewhere before this? Or we're gonna get an Aquaman movie, but that's after the fact of Justice
And
League.
we did see Flash and Suicide Squad.
But like a snippet.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like this movie is a stepping stone. Again, but it's definitely DC picking up the pieces, and it's a step in the right direction. Because who doesn't want a Justice League movie who just knows mildly about the DC universe? Let me touch on Barry Allen's suit. It feels a little bit too blocky, Like when
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Should be a little bit more
flowy
or spandecky.
Spandecky. Yeah, I think they could have done better on his suit. It doesn't take away from the character. I just think they could have done better on the suit. Just like Cyborg, visual effects. What I'm excited to see too is Batman's gadgets. Batman is known for his gadgets. I'm excited to see, and what I've heard people say is they don't like Ben Affleck's Batman because he's a little bit too bulky. I don't mind the bulkiness. I mean, go figure. I like characters like freaking Thanos and the Hulk, and that I just.
You said Aquaman was pretty.
I'm a sucker for like the more broodier type characters, and I don't know if y'all saw they let out a poster. I'm yelling. Y'all probably don't know anything about this, but they let out a poster of the Justice League characters in the movie, and they're formed, and it's almost an Alex Ross. Reminiscent kind of feel. It has Ben Affleck in his Batman suit, but it's a bluer shade of it, and it looks really great. It has an Alex Ross feel to it, and it looked amazing. For those of you who don't know who Alex Ross is, look him up. His artwork is great. He does a lot of great artwork for the comic, people. So I'm excited for Batman. I'm excited to see all of them together. There's that one scene where Aquaman is just riding the parodying like a surfboard. And he plows into the building and runs out. And I'm excited to see Aquaman. Just in general, because we haven't gotten an Aquaman movie like ever.
Yeah.
And this is a brand new take on him. He's a more broodyish.
Just give that backbone to Aquaman.
Yeah. They're laying major backbone to Aquaman, and they should. You should. You deserve it, Aquaman.
You go,
Captain.
Coco.
You go, Captain Fishfoot, man. You do what you gotta do.
You do you, girl.
Yeah, and it's overall a very, very great trailer. I give it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Just kidding. No. What about
Go.
What about the end with
I was gonna get to that.
Okay, well, before.
Just give me a minute.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna touch on the funny scene at the end, how they're all gone.
No.
And
not that.
how Jim Gordon looks.
Not that.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
Joe, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, no structure.
About the end where he's like.
Yeah, what he's like.
What am I gonna say?
We don't mind.
Go ahead.
Gio was saying at the end, it looks like it could be Green Lantern.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna touch on after this.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're here now.
Okay, might as well just talk about this.
I'm sorry. I was so excited.
That's what I read on someone put zoomed in on his glasses. Like, oh my gosh, there's green. It's probably Green Lantern. It's probably not, but I'm stretching out hoping for it. That's what I read.
A lot of people are forgetting about Martian Manhunter, who is also a person in the Justice League. He'll come from that's left field completely.
It
but,
really is.
Yeah, but still, people forget. I mean, Manhunter, he deserves some attention. Martian Manhunter. But I don't know. Well, it mentions a lantern in the trailer. You have the voice of, I'm assuming, Steppenwolf. I don't know exactly who's talking in it, but he says, no Kryptonian, or Superman, one of the two. And he says no Lantern to protect the Earth. So that definitely introduces the thought of a Lantern in this universe. Obviously, we knew we were going to get him eventually, but just his name being spoken is big. For the first time is big. And, that's another question. What Lantern are they going to use? What Lantern? There's Hal Jordan. There's the Lanterns that they're using now, which I doubt they're going to use Jessica Cruz and Simon Boz. But still, it's a Lantern. A Lantern is a Lantern is a Lantern is a Lantern. So, that's definitely, or could it be Superman that arrives there? Because that was Alfred, right?
Yeah.
That was Alfred. So it definitely, I was gonna say who does Alfred know about, but Alfred knows about everything and everyone because Batman does. Because Batman's the greatest detective, which, which I'm looking forward to in the trilogy. I really hope that they take that whole vibe and it seems like he has a more detective-y vibe to him. This Ben Affleck Batman that he's playing, it seems like he has a more detective feel.
Do you think they'll go back and that's where they're tell his backstory and
with the trilogy?
Like a younger Batman that's not Ben Affleck?
I don't know. That's one of the greater questions. What are they going to do? Is it going to be before? Is it going to be after? Is it going to be before and after? Are we going to see the Joker? Are we going to get a Dick Grayson? Are we going to get a Robin in general? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Who do you think it is that shows up?
I want to say Superman, but I think it might be Green Lantern.
Who do you think it is?
I think it being Superman is stretching it.
Superman?
Yeah.
I personally think that it could be Superman, just because in the comic book something like this happens.
There you go, hugging it.
And Superman reappears. But it's not the Superman that we're used to, and it's just it has to do with different universes and stuff like that. But I think it's Superman, and I hope it's Superman, and I really want it to be Superman. I'm not gonna be mad if it's a Green Lantern. I'm not gonna be mad if it's for some reason Martian Manhunter. Got your back. If he's there also, I'm not gonna be mad no matter who it is, unless it's someone who's not supposed to be there. If it's any one of but those three, I'm gonna be mad. It's they said you'd come, and it's Batman. It's yeah, of course. Yeah. Come on.
All time,
but yeah. Overall, I think it's gonna be a bang up job. I honestly give this trailer, with everything that I've said about the footwork and everything that we're leading up to and everything that this is basically calling for in the future, I give it a 9, just because it gives me so much hope for this DC universe that has had a rocky road and run raisin, and it's promising. It's so promising that.
Sorry, rum raisin.
Yeah, it's because it's rocky road.
Cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah, it gives me hope for the future of the DC cinematic universe, and that's why I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving this trailer a 9 because of how much hope it installed in me. You?
8.5.
It's too slow.
I know. So
it's very generous of you.
8.5. It is.
Jeff.
It is generous of me, and because I like it.
Because I like it
as well.
It's my show.
So overall thoughts. I mean, you've heard my overall thoughts. So overall thoughts. Any questions that you have, or anything at all that you want to throw in there or think about?
Well, you don't know what to say, but I think it's a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just
felt like it's a 7.
Because it's my house.
Just kidding.
Why? Why is it a 7?
I don't know.
Is a 7 good?
Yeah, I mean.
Like a high 7 or
better than a 6, definitely.
Like a high 7.
Like a high 7. It's like 7.8. 7.9?
Yeah, 7.8.
Okay, 7.9 is pushing it? Okay.
But
but like, why? Like, are you nervous about the
Why?
future of DC, or, you know, did it not give you what you wanted? What was it about the trailer or the movie that?
I think it's just because I'm nervous. It's been
don't be nervous, baby.
really
I
up and down, but I'm excited about it. I'm nervous, more excited though.
Mhm.
But
Is
yeah.
that your anxiety talking?
How about you?
What? Wait, what?
What do you rate it? What questions
like,
you have?
okay, like 8?
Why?
8? No. 8? 8.5 to low 8. Only because I'm not it seems cool and I like the Wonder Woman and all, but I'm just not like into.
I think
Justice League
I
like
think
that.
you're a Marvel person more than. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I mean that's cool though, because we get.
I very much appreciate the effects and the picture and
Yeah.
all that that DC has given us and sending us our way. Looks great, looks awesome, looks beautiful. Very much a Renaissance picture.
But you give it about an 8.
8.5. 8.
See, so she gave it higher than you, and
She
you're
did.
not even being biased about the whole thing. So, but yeah, excited. That being said, any last minute thoughts?
No.
No? More popcorn? Alright. We'll get you more popcorn. Alright. With that being said, guys, comments, likes, put it all below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're excited for, what you're not excited for. Blast me again for saying Cyborg's suit wasn't that great.
Put him on blast.
No, don't do that. No, but really, tell me y'all's thoughts. With that being said, guys, this is Mercedes. This is Gia.
Check you later.
Jet Adventures.
Live tip.
Press stop recording.
You can catch a lot of flies with honey. Catch a lot of honey with flies.